Hello everyone, welcome back. Good morning, good evening to all of you. This will be the continuation for our JPACT program. So we could coin a good name for the overall program that we're doing and we call it as JPACT. This stands for Job Placement and Certified Training. So what we're planning to do in this program is to ensure how can we get our entire trainee base with ITElearn really take advantage of our training program so far, and how do we get you into the best possible job opportunities as part of the journey. So here is what I plan to do today's session. Very briefly, I'm going to cover what I did in the previous orientation session, and then I'm going to show you the schedule that we created for the upcoming live trainings and projects related with JPAC. Alright, so while the webinar is going on, if you have questions, please use your question and answer panel and I will be able to answer in a timely fashion. I also have my team members present in the session with me, so they should be able to assist you for any kind of issues that you have during the webinar. So the agenda that I kind of put forward when we did this webinar about a couple of weeks back was to primarily talk about what ITElearn is all about in our training programs. One second, please. Okay, there we go. All right, and then the industry expectations from QA engineers. AnyAut. AnyAut stands for any automation or any application under test automation. So the dream automation framework that we've been very actively building with an amazing team who have been my trainees in the recent past, who have done an amazing job in creating a very complex framework, and I think we're very close to demoing it in the coming 2 to 3 weeks. I will also talk about the certified training program, how to become a certified developer with AnyAut and a certified tester with AnyAut. Finally, how the job placement initiatives are taking shape. Let's look at ITElearn. Most of you are aware, but for those of you who aren't, we specialize primarily in the software testing industry training. Our focus has been a lot towards automation tools, but at the same time, we have gone the extra mile in covering almost all the key aspects of being a QA engineer or a software test automation engineer. We have become truly popular in terms of a video base in YouTube, the kind of subscribers that we have in our channel, and the kind of content that is created to make learning a pleasure for each of you. The one primary context which comes for many software test engineers is the fact that they wanted to be QA engineer either because they were not from a computer science background or a non-engineer or non-IT professional, and they shy away from coding or programming. But then these programs of mine have been built in such a way that even an absolute beginner level, someone who's got even simple MS Office skills, is able to learn the core Java, C#, VB scripting and other related programming languages in a very simple manner to become a very powerful automation test engineer. So I also mentioned in the previous session, what do industry expect from QA engineers? The process knowledge, test management tools, MS Office, database testing, of course domain and functional knowledge. But more importantly, what is highlighted in red are the ones that are key really to survival. So functional test automation tools, frameworks primarily, but the real frameworks. There have been very varied stories about what a framework is across the industry, but truly frameworks have 3 things that have to be done, team. And I call them as ERA. Frameworks need to be efficient, they need to be reusable, and they need to be accurate. This is the most important concept that I always drive home when I talk about any automation testing, specifically with frameworks. Added to everything, a live project experience that you can put in your resume and talk about it during your interviews is very important. And that is something I'm glad I'm able to provide through Atomic 77. So very briefly, what is Atomic 77? This is the other venture that I've created about a couple of 1.5 years back, and where we work with small to large organizations worldwide. We help build web apps, mobile apps, UI, UX, and go the complete mile of digital branding and marketing. So through this, we get many new clients, many new projects, right from startups to more seasoned companies who have trusted in us to do their service work, and we are able to get them tested and out of the door with the help of these live projects. So it's kind of a win-win situation that's really helped us, and it has also got amazing response from a lot of
Hello
participants.
Karthik, by any chance we cannot see your screen.
Anyone else who's facing the same problem that you can't see my screen, guys? I don't see anything in the Q&A, Manoj. Looks like Manoj only at your end, because everyone else is able to, and they're also replying back in chat that they can. Can you check please at your end?
Sure Karthik.
Thank you. I was sure because there's over 50 participants right now in this session and most to join shortly. If there was any issue, I'll start getting messages from all. Alright team, but anytime during this webinar you have a challenge, let me know. And sorry once again for my bad throat. Hopefully another week by the time I start the core trainings, things will go better. Okay, so very briefly, what is AnyAut? A mega hybrid automation framework developed using Selenium WebDriver and core Java. We started with 50 automation engineers with 8 weeks of training and live project with the goal of creating AnyAut. Currently, we have retained about 15 members out of this 50 who are very actively helping us build this. So AnyAut is like a combined effort from a great team that we could build, but amazed that the team members who've started to learn the basics of Selenium IDE, element identification, who didn't have any clue of core Java or web drivers or frameworks, could get to this advanced level. So while we talk about the ERA concepts, we are really trying to take this to a very large extent as we go along. So the overall flow of the framework starts very simple. It starts with test setup, more like a test management UI, where the users are able to enter the details of the application, modules, test cases, what kind of a test data and so on. Run setup lets users select what they want to execute for a specific automation run, or be able to schedule automation runs in a periodic fashion. Then the test run is the actual execution of the automation test suite, wherein the whole execution happens on either the local machine or cloud, and you get to see how the application behaves from a cross-browser perspective with very high regards to the performance and efficiency. Finally comes some amazing test results in a drillable down fashion that we used through extend reports, which is a kind of HTML dashboard. They look very beautiful with it. So I went at length to talk about what kind of information we collect during the test setup, and what kind of dashboards we get when the test execution is completed. And now let's get to the certified training program that we launched a couple of weeks back. And I think we've got some amazing number of participants already for JPAC. The reason I'm repeating this session for some of you is to get you accustomed to what has been promised to you and where we are today with that goal in mind. So, like mentioned, we will start from the basics. We will build ground up. We will go through everything at length. We will primarily focus on skills that are needed for today's job industry. What you learned 2 years ago, be it a software tool or application whose version has changed, or be it something with newer concepts that come within a technology and all that. So we need to be on par with what's happening in the industry today. You will participate in videos and live training. You will also participate actively in real-time live projects. You will master Selenium WebDriver and Core Java, while you will get a good exposure to the other tools and concepts but the focus is going to be with Selenium, WebDriver and Core Java. That's going to really boost our career into an amazing direction. Mastering AnyAut framework is the other key thing, because once you go into an interview, you could spend 20 minutes just talking about how this framework works, and that will showcase your skill set and your ability to really work on complex automation frameworks. That is what the industry needs today. At the end, you're going to be a certified developer and tester with AnyAut. So I also showed this metrics as to what is the difference between a certified developer and a tester. Like this slide shows, it primarily says that what kind of a skill is expected for a developer and tester. While all the skills on the left side has to be present with the developer, a tester who's still more not comfortable with tester who's still not very comfortable with the overall concepts, he is able to at least work on some of the other important areas. So the thing is, if someone becomes an ACT, which is an AnyAut certified tester today, it does not mean that they cannot become a developer. ACT is level 1, ACD will become level 2. So you go from one level to the other. You just need to start practicing, working more on that, and once you go through the certifications, we will certify you on them. All right, and part of job placements, here are the various things that I said we'll work on. Help you prepare your resume. How to write a killer resume. How can you write a resume that will get many search traffic when a recruiter searches on websites like Dice, Career Builder, Monster, or even country-specific ones like Naukri.com and so on. We will go through multiple mock interviews to look at how you can perform and position yourself, how you communicate. The good thing about these mock interviews is not only are you able to speak and get the feedback from us, but also look at how your peer, other members in the same program are performing, and do a collective learning. Project discussions, group discussions, extremely healthy. They give you an amazing platform to go deep, get your fundamentals straight, and be able to talk a lot and come across as to how you have executed the project. Communication skills improvement. This area, I have a great news that I've kind of brought together. Apart from what you have, and apart from the feedbacks that we provide and groom you through the whole program, we're also coming up with a very specific program for which talks about soft skills, communication skills, presentation skills, and so on. I've been interviewing people in the last 2 weeks to hire someone who could do some good webinars for us on that. I've shortlisted and given offers yesterday to a couple of them from my India office, and they will start working with me from next week. So before I head back to the US, I will have them trained, groomed, and ready to start doing those sessions as well. This is going to be a more organized program, and the faculty that we are recruiting is coming with high recommendations, who have done training on things like TOEFL, IELTS, and some of the competitive exams in that area. So apart from what we're already doing, this is going to be an add-on bonus that JPAC members will get for free. They wouldn't need to pay additional for this specific program that we're going to launch in about 2-3 weeks. So all of these things will get kind of covered very well in what we do, and how we finally build you up to be able to take and face the telephonic conversations and so on. All right, team, been talking, but a few more things to go, and then we should be in a good position. So course pricing, everything has been shared with you earlier. I did offer a festive 50% discount overall. So this did expire on 31st of October, but I did ask my team to extend it till mid of November for the prime reason, because I do know for any one of us, it is not a small amount, but at the same time, the value that we get out of it is also humongous. With that in mind, we will extend this till mid of November. So anyone who's still interested to get through this program and take benefit will be able to do that. So before I get to questions, I have one more sheet that I want to show you that I'm going to spend a little time, because that sheet is the primary one that will give you a complete idea of how we plan the entire sessions. Can you all see my Google Drive sheet? Is the font too low or rather too small? Or is it manageable? Do interact with me, team. You're spending this 1 hour of your quality time with me, and I want to make sure that you are in a perfect position to get the best out of this. Manageable. Great. Thank you. All right, team. So here is how we're going to start. There is a batch A and a batch B. So I will tell you the difference between them. But primarily, here are the topics that we're going through. Manual testing, test management tools, agile testing and database testing, web services live training, mobile app testing advanced level, mobile app testing live project, HP UFT basic and advanced, UFT live project, Selenium basic and advanced, Selenium live project, AnyAut certified tester training, AnyAut certified developer training. These are all the different ones that we have for the batch A team. All right, these are the programs that will go on starting this month or in the next 2 weeks, and we'll go all the way till somewhere towards Feb. Some of these programs have been planned with a specific schedule. We already have put up the timelines and everything out here. There is one specific difference that we're doing on this. This batch A is primarily for beginner level. So let me quickly open my fresh paint. What color today? Let's go with this. All right. So batch A is a beginner level team. Someone is totally new and wants to start from the scratch. Will start with batch A. So this is an intense program which will last for about 3 months, and sometimes it can go longer because we feel there is a constant need to revise and practice more. So for this you would need to spend at least 2 to 3 hours a day, team. All right, minimum 2 hours up to 3 hours. 1 hour, 1.5 hour is the session itself, and then we have another hour plus for you to practice. Now, for what about someone who's upgraded? So what we did at JPAC is we didn't open this only for beginners. We also wanted to open this for some more advanced members. So when I say advanced members who have, let's say, done already QTP or they've done manual testing, and someone wants to start straight away with Selenium and then go to AnyAut. So we created something called as a batch B for them. Now, this is going to go parallel with the batch A. So, in the same dates that we start the manual testing, we will also be starting the batch B, which is for the advanced level, a little more advanced. So, what that typically means is that even for this program, someone will need to spend 2 to 3 hours per day. But we have taken a kind of a approach in which the timings for these two batches do not overlap. So that is why if you look at the trainers and how we distributed it, we have Mahesh, Manoj, Pavan and myself Karthik working on some of these programs, and we kind of distributed all of this work amongst us. So there is no overlap between batch A and batch B, number one. So someone who is at an advanced level is able to take batch B directly and go and learn to become a certified tester with us and get ready for placements quickly. And then there is someone, I would call them as a batch C. Batch C is nothing but, what do you guess, team? Since there's no time overlap, what would that be? Take a guess, guys. I knew I'll have a good, smart audience. So that's why I was asking. All right, great. So a lot of you could mention that. So here is what is batch C going to be. Batch C is going to be A plus B. There's going to be some of us who have a lot more time to invest and they want to take A and B together since they don't overlap with each other. But that means that you have to work that additional time between 4 to 6 hours to be able to be comfortable with this program. Okay, so let's say someone's actively not working right now. You can spare actively 6 hours a weekday. We do not train on weekends, so weekends is a lot for family to kind of rejuvenate ourselves, family, friends, and so on. But at the same time, someone who's very persistent can spend that weekend to learn more. So 6 into 5, we're looking at 30 hours per week. So how do you distribute that is your call. Are you a midnight person, early morning person, weekend person, however you want, because there's a lot got to do with practice, team. And this program, I could not do it had I not had an amazing technical team like Manoj, Mahesh, Pavan, and many more trainers that we've introduced at ITLearn who are able to join hands to make this kind of program successful and really meaningful. And hence, can be taken by someone and complete the whole program within about 2 months or so. The good thing about this is you have unlimited repeats, team. We will continue with the same flow of batch A, B, and C once one cycle is done. So even if you missed some of these areas in the previous batch, you can go back and cover them in the new batches. But we hope that in the 3-month schedule, you should be good, well equipped, and already actively looking for some job opportunities. Sorry, team. Very sorry about that. Just unable to speak long hours these days. It's been a lot of talking, discussions, brainstorming while I'm at India, but everything's going for the good. I hopefully should be better in the next couple of weeks. All right. So what else? The other thing that we have kind of put together are these. These are gonna be steady webinars on tips, on process, on how we go about building resumes to getting you into the job. So these webinars will keep hosting as the A, B, C batches keep going. All right. So on the left side, sorry, to the right side, you'll notice there's some more information that I put forward. So for each of these courses that we have, we also said that someone could take them individually. It doesn't have to be a JPAC program. They can be part of any of these batches by itself. All right. So we kind of kept 1.5 hour sessions and we kind of crunch them into 5 sessions or 10 sessions each. This way we are able to get to our goal quicker. But when I promise 5 sessions, team, that means at ITLearn we will do a minimum of 5 sessions. As the audience is able to receive the knowledge and being able to get comfortable with it, when the need arises, it can become 6 or 7 sessions as well. The prices are also very open. There's nothing for us to really showcase. Otherwise, everything on itlearn.com pricing page may not have all the complete details of what you're seeing here, but it's in a very similar line with the prices that we've shown there. So team, in these things that you have, you will see all the prizes that have been put forward for the program, and also how you could individually take any of these sessions that are there. The only sessions that you cannot join individually are the JPAC sessions, which is AnyAut certified tester developer training. This will be only available for the JPAC members, because it is a very unique program and we want it to be available only for the JPAC members. Even the job placement webinars that we're talking, we will do it more with the JPAC members. So here are the complete details with the dates that we've kind of put together, and you can take a quick peek at what it is. We will also get this into a decent format and publish it to you all so you can start looking at it at length. So that's the plan, that's the focus for the members who already been part of JPAC. Welcome on board. Thank you so much for showing the confidence to us. And I want to make sure that you all get started in a very comfortable manner. I personally would love to call each of you in the coming week and make sure that you're all comfortable. And this kind of approach I wouldn't do for any other program, but JPAC is something that is a kind of my sum total of everything that I've done in IT. Meanwhile, you all would have got access to the videos and the schedule, so you could start going through some of these videos at your end. All the timings that I've mentioned, team, are in Pacific time zone. This is the Los Angeles time. And like always, every session that we do, we record it. And we put only the free versions, the demos, like let's say there's a 20-hour program. In that the first 2 hours are the only ones that we put it in our YouTube channel. And for those of you who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, you should, because this channel has really grown significantly. We've got about 6 million plus views here. We've got over 33,000 subscribers just to our YouTube channel team. And this talks a lot in terms of how popular it has become over a period of time for us. So you must subscribe to this. Regarding JPAC, there is one more thing that I've done. I've actually sent an email out to my entire professional contact based on LinkedIn. So these are the people I've been associated in the IT industry for the last 18 years. And some of them have been really playing some critical key roles in large organizations across the globe. So it was amazing that I sent out about around midnight India time yesterday an email blast to all my contacts, my professional network, and I started getting a flow of replies back about it. I just wanted to quickly show you the message that I've given them. But what I can do is I can forward the same email to all the participants of JPAC so you can read it at leisure. But the message was very clear. It was kind of updating from my side for the first time ever. What am I doing overall with my career, my ventures, my business concepts, and what am I focusing on today? So that's primarily what I kind of showcased in that email. Let me see quickly if I can grab a copy of it and show it to you. Meanwhile, please be free to ask me any questions that you have related with the program, and team IT Learn, if there's any answers that you could provide to some of them, please respond directly on the chat so I don't have to answer it. If it is you think it's essential that everyone must know, then we can address it to all. So I'm going to quickly take a minute and see if I can show the email content to you. In the meanwhile, if there's anything else that you would love to ask, then please put it in the question and answers. All right, so let me quickly show you one of the replies that I got. I'm not actually going to show you the reply, but because it's not right. But what I want to show you is the email content itself that I've put. So it's just to give you a perspective of how serious I'm about my JPAC program and how I'm reaching out to people worldwide in my contact base. All right, this is what I did. Here you go. So it basically talks about where I'm at today, having left my positions in the IT industry and started going in the entrepreneurial route, and how my whole journey made it very interesting, and the fact that I started focusing a lot on maturing the operations, innovation and execution. If you look at innovation, things like Interact, AnyAut, Atomic 77, lot of many products that we're doing, and the kind of programs that we launch within IT-Learn, these are the innovations that I've kind of been working on actively. My shuttling between US and India is something that I've mentioned about. And I also talked about how I started with the entrepreneur ride in 2009 and where I'm at today with it. Very briefly in terms of what I do as a gist of overall things, be it technology training, web mobile app development, branding of large brand identities, or even zero to market launch of anyone who's come up with a startup idea and clients who want to expand in the market. And then I did mention about my three areas of focus. The first and top is ITLearn and will always be itlearn.com for me. This is where I'm focusing a lot on online training and placement on software testing and automation. So this is a strong message that I've sent to my professional network, and this would get me talking to hundreds of people working in large testing organizations or IT organizations globally, that I'll start connecting and get back to my contact base. For those of you who are not aware or not connected with me on LinkedIn, I would strongly recommend you to do that. I think if you go to LinkedIn slash Karthik, actually, let me see. So yeah, if you look at a lot of my positions that I've worked earlier, it's been in the roles of account management, sales, and client relationships. So that means that I was full time into recruitment of hundreds of technology members every year. And that was an active thing. At this time, I used to interact with many vendors, consultancies, and Fortune 10 clients to make these IT projects successful. So this kind of exposure that I had is what I'm trying to take a good benefit of through JPACT. Then I did mention about Atomic 77 and what we're doing there, and a lot of focus on Interact, because this one is an app that I strongly believe will do well. We have come up with our final iOS version and the much more improved Android version for Interact, which is getting ready for testing in the next 1 or 2 days. And hopefully all should be on the table very quickly for us to go live. So that's what I said. That's the kind of message that I passed to everyone, and I've been getting some amazing replies. So while I slept, the world has been writing back to me, and I'm so happy about it to see the first thing in the morning. Remember the old memories, old times I had with some of these great leaders, and just keep talking to them as to what they're doing in their career. So I'm going to have a busy day today, replying to each of them and start connecting and taking discussions to the next level. So that's my story, team. Kind of opened up very much as to where I am, what I'm doing, and what my plan is. Give me a quick second, please. Any questions? I'm going to come to. So, team, let's see. What questions do you have? Okay, a lot of them. And I think my team has been answering a few on the chat directly. So if there's anything that I'll pick up, is because it is common for all and it'll help. And let's see. How much is fee for only Selenium, timings, all these things? Please take it individually. You will be able to get it from our pricing page, or like I showed you on the screen here. All right, so depends. So we right now said that instead of taking them individually, why don't you take them instead of taking them as a combined package, why don't you take them individually? So someone who just wants to do beginner level, then they have this. Advanced level, they're able to do this. The specific topics that have been divided among each of them are also documented. It's a much longer document that we have that we'll share with you as we go along. Let me quickly see if I can show you that. Yeah, I do have it, but it's not in a great shape for me to show you yet, team. Let's see, more questions. Can you send the sheet through email so that I can view and decide? Absolutely. So I'm gonna kind of make it as more like a PDF document, which is much more easier for you to read and send it across. What is Selenium LP? That's Selenium Live Project. So once you're trained on Selenium, we put you through a live project along with the team, and you together develop an amazing output. For batch B, pricing is a bit different on ITLN side. We have not put any pricing for batch A or B on the ITLN side. The prices that you see here are not yet published on a pricing page. So this is the first peek at what it is. And that's the reason I sent out an email saying that this is one webinar you must attend, team. So batch A or batch B does not matter, team. If you're part of JPAC, you're part of all batches. It is for you to take a call how much you can chew. How many hours can you spend in a week, and accordingly take it. So you could always start with batch A and then see that I have more time, and also start batch B. The good thing about C is you are getting out very quickly with the most important parts of the learning. For some of you already have the basics of some of these tools and technologies, then batch B is fine. For those who want to really start at the ground level, build all the foundations steadily, and you have some more time on hand and not in a rush for the job activities, A is fine. Let's see what else. When is batch B going to start? Same time. Everything is starting towards 28th of November. And do note, we may not have demo sessions for this. We will start straight with the day one, and they may all be the paid sessions. So we really don't want to keep sending reminders, emails, and so on. So for those members who are really serious about the program and feel that is apt for them, should join up immediately rather than wait for a demo. The best way to look at demos is just watch the videos on my YouTube channel. The whole plethora of things that we have out here is what you should go about watching. And I think you'll get a very good idea through it. All right. What else did I want to show? Where was I? Okay, here. Sorry, questions, Q&A. What's the time? So 8:43. I think we've kind of covered almost everything that I wanted to say very quickly. Do I need to sign up as a member in ITLN before I can pay? Either way, Huda. So either once you pay, you automatically become a member with us. Also, Selenium Live Project, is that part of AnyAut? Is Live Project going to be on AnyAut? Live Project won't be on AnyAut, guys. AnyAut may not be a live it in fact may be once we get the web UI version out. But right now we have many more applications that are really in a great shape to be tested in an extremely professional manner. That will give you great leverage on your resume. Who can I contact just for job placement since I'm already part of AnyAut? Sindhura, you're going to talk to me directly for now, and I will introduce you to Amulya and Manoj from my team, and they will keep helping you out, working with you individually. Do I need to sign up? Okay, so that what do you get when you pay for Selenium year access for 450? So Adil, I don't think you're still on, but you get the video access, the complete videos of Selenium live trainings. AnyAut certification is specific to ITLN? Yes, it is a product that we have launched. It's going to be an independent product by itself, and once we get that into the market, it will show you how powerful it can be for implementation. And we try to keep it as much open source as we can so that we get more participants and users rather than the short-term money that comes through subscriptions. QTP Live project and Selenium Live project. Bharti, can you please contact the team members? They will help you. Tanvi, yes, we will help you prepare a resume. You start with it, we will guide you, and then we'll work with you through it. For batch B, you don't teach the basics. Asha, so it doesn't matter. I don't start with the basics for batch B, but then you're in batch A. So that's a very simple option. You take A, B, or C. Is performance testing required videos part of JPAC? Okay, so let me mention once again. With JPAC, everything that you see within IT-Learn is part of it. Okay, so you have unlimited access with JPAC to the content that we have. How can I subscribe to your channel? I mean, if you go here to youtube.com/qtp.elearn, that was the first channel and we kept it that way. You just have to say subscribe or watch any of our videos and say subscribe to the channel. All right, where are my questions? Okay, getting towards the last few of them. Hadi, is there any prerequisite for Selenium training? I have 7 years experience, but core Java need to start from scratch. So let me answer this question once again, please. There is no prerequisites for any of my trainings, because each by itself I take them independently and I don't expect them to come pre-prepared. So whatever you need to learn, I teach. For example, for Selenium, you need to know Java, but that is what we do. We help you learn Java in the way that it will make you very effective sense for your career. All right, team, let's see what else. How can I become JPAC member? So, Bharti, the emails must have been already sent across, but we'll send some more emails about this and you can take it from there. So this Shagor, this is your question. Hi Karthik, if I want to take part in both sessions and want to repeat batch B materials when batch A is caught up, would that be okay? Absolutely. Like I said, repeat as you want, but we want to be very personalized. I will guide you and I'll tell you what to do. Sometimes you feel you may want to repeat, but I may feel otherwise and I want you to focus on something else that is more job oriented for us. So I will give you the suggestions as we go along on JPACT. Our most 6 members joined in 2016 automatically enrolled for this. None of the most members or any previous members are automatically enrolled for this team, but for those who have joined in 2016, yes, Renuka, you can definitely talk to the team. I think for 2016 most members, you should be part of it. Anyone earlier to that may not be. Let's see, can we pay in installments? Asha, okay. Yes, but we don't have a payment system ourselves. But what you could do is when you go to itlearn.com, go to the pricing page, select the JPAC product, get it into your shopping cart, select PayPal as a mode of payment. And once you select PayPal, you don't need to have a PayPal account. You can skip that saying don't have a PayPal account, enter your credit card details, and you can choose installments. 6 months equal installments with them. They do not charge you extra for that, I believe, and you could take it directly through PayPal. You just give your credit card details to them and they'll bill you equally every month. Team, once again, with JPACT, everything is included. So, Kirutika, for your question, is security testing included? Yes, everything is. So Selenium training, I can start from November 28th onwards from basics. Is that correct? Absolutely, yes, Hari. Do we get certificate after completing the training? So after completing any of the trainings that you've seen, you can always request for a course completion certification. Once you've gone through the ACT and ACD and the analysis that we will do on you post the training, then you'll get the AnyAut certifications. All right, team, couple of last questions and I think we're good after that. How do we get certificate? Okay, so that's done. Any questions that I missed answering, please? ACT and ACD, can we take them separately? Absolutely. What I would recommend is go through both the trainings, but the certification start with ACT and then you can always upgrade to ACD. So these batches ABC will keep repeating every 3 months. So you have a chance to go back and look at a lot of this content regularly. It's almost like a cycle team. If I can draw using another diagram, which can be the last thing for today for me, in the webinar rather. Oops, crashed. So I start with, let's say, manual, then I go with automation, like qtp, Selenium, and then, or let's say tools, I'll just say tools, and then we go to AnyAut. This is how the flow would be for the batch A, right? And parallelly, I'm also starting with Selenium and then going to AnyAut, which is batch B. So you're able to take these things parallelly, both of these, this whole block. And once we have done this, the cycle will repeat, and again it will be manual, and then tools like test management tools, another concept, and it will keep repeating this way, team. And then again we'll have manual here and so on. So it's like a cycle. It'll go through that cycle. Where in the circle are you going to join is what it is. Makes sense? Let's see. ACT, ACD, can we take them separately? How about non-JPACT? No, Bhushan. JPACT is a very specific program. ACTs and ACDs is currently only part of JPACT. What would be the duration of Selenium Live project? Everything I've shown you guys. Listen, here's the other thing. I'm going to be a trainer and I'm not going to be do spoon feeding. I'm going to be very critical in my remarks and my feedback. Do not ask me questions that you already have access to or answers to. Okay? I want you to be self-sufficient. Do note, team, this is not going to be a spoon feeding training. I'm not desperate to say I will do anything for you, just come on board. No, we have a structure. We believe in what we have, how we flow with the training. You have to take instructions. Listen very carefully, understand the words that are coming out of us and our email communication, and you've got to follow them. That is the only way to success through these programs, any of our trainings. So when is it starting? How many sessions? What are the timings? Are all here. The only thing change is this is timing in Pacific time. It's not Eastern or Indian time base. This is too bright a background. Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being part of this. We look forward to whatever decision direction you're taking, and talk to us, talk to our team members, call ITL on the number you see on the website, and we'll be glad to help you and take you forward from there. All right. Suranjit, for upgrade, if you're a current member of any of the programs, please talk to the team. They will help you out. Batch B and A or everything is JPAG, guys. If you just go through one program, let's say you only take this, you can take it. JPAG will cover all. You want to take just Selenium training, you can. You want to take just math training, you can. You want AnyAut certified training, then that is going to be through JPAG only. All right. We'll send you the sheet, go through it at length, and then you'll be able to figure out. So the combined fees for all of these programs is way over what we've offered, even the $2,500 through JPACT. So it's a pretty more extensive program. Thank you all. Thank you once again for participation. Thank you all for the questions. Hope I could clarify. Further questions, let's take them. Let's take them offline and get going. But I'm very excited for this program. So I hope to welcome you into the team, and let's work as a group. I'm sure of success. Thanks and have a blessed day. Bye everyone.